I'm joined now by Teresa di Mauro from Prague. Teresa, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Emilio.
So, Teresa, can you tell us a bit about yourself first, where you're from, and about your time in the Caucasus, specifically in Armenia?
Sure. So I'm Italian, specifically for a very little town in the Tuscan countryside. And I came to Armenia the first time in 2018 as an Erasmus student. Actually, I was just very, very curious about Armenia. When I was scrolling the choices of Erasmus for the Erasmus program, I saw Armenia and I realized that I didn't know much about it. And so I just got interested, and I chose that Armenia should be the destination of my Erasmus, so I could find out more about what is Armenia nowadays. And actually, my choice was a good choice because I came when the Velvet Revolution happened, and as a political science student, I was very interested in the developments of the revolution. My friends were joining. My peers were winning. So it was during that time that I realized, okay, maybe instead of political science, I should go for journalism because I really would like to tell what's happening here and follow this country in the long term. So from that moment on, I kept following Armenia, and then I came back again in 2019 as an intern in CivilNet. And again in 2021 as again an intern in CivilNet. So basically I used all my internship both in my bachelor degree and in my master's program to come to Armenia.
And you also have some Sicilian roots as well, no? Don't forget to mention that.
Yes.
So what brought you to Armenia? Because you spent time in Georgia as well.
Yes, that's right. In 2020, I was, between 2019 and 2020, I was in Tbilisi working with OC Media because actually I decided after being here for, let's say, 8 months, more or less, I decided that I wanted to discover more Caucasus region in general. So after Armenia, I went to Georgia, I spent some time there. But then the pandemic happened, so I had to go back to Italy. But I decided to come back to Armenia because it was the country that I knew the most from the beginning, and it's the country where actually I think I want to build on my expertise. So this is why I keep coming back.
And your report, were you surprised to find so many Italians in Gyumri? And what was it like making this report with CivilNet, with Hagop?
Yeah, actually I was very surprised. I didn't know that so many Italians were living there, first of all. And especially I didn't know that they were so devoted to the well-being of the city. I had so much fun doing the report. I discovered a lot more about Gyumri, and especially I was able to see it from their point of view of Italians that chose to live in this historical city of Armenia. And actually it was also interesting because the first time I was there in 2018, I felt a general sadness in the city. I thought it was because perhaps the consequences of the earthquake more than 30 years ago were still very vivid. But while talking to them while doing the report, I realized that Gyumri has indeed a lot of potential. So yeah, it was very, very nice, and I'm very happy that they are there now. For sure, I'm planning to go visit them again, and yeah, I think that's it.
And what did you think of CivilNet? One thing I noticed about you, Teresa, is that you're one of those journalists where ethics is important. And lastly, do you have any plans to come back to Armenia?
Well, I love CivilNet. That's why I kept coming back also to CivilNet. As I said before, I used both my internship opportunity in my bachelor degree and in my master's program to come back to Armenia, and especially to CivilNet. I found in CivilNet a very professional environment, but also very welcoming. And as a journalist who is learning, let's say, I'm at the beginning of my career, let's say, and being in CivilNet was a very great opportunity for me to learn in a safe and friendly environment. And yes, sorry, I forgot to answer to your last question. Of course, I have plans to come back to Armenia. I'm not sure if I'll be able this year, but perhaps when I finish my master's program next year, I will probably come to live in Armenia. So yeah, we'll see each other again.
Oh, that's a CivilNet exclusive. You heard it here first. Thank you very much, Teresa.
Thank you.